All right, 2-4 podcast. We are back. We are on Zoom this
We are
time
back. We are
because,
on Zoom.
believe it or
Only the
not,
second time on Zoom.
we are on Zoom because we both have jobs, and your mom's working tonight in the basement, so we can't quite
Yeah.
use it until later. But that's all right. We are gonna.
Yeah.
You still get to see our pretty faces.
Hence the reason why I'm also not in the basement like I was for the last Zoom pod. I am
It's a very
now
good point.
in my room trying to make it look as little like my room as possible.
I mean, I feel like your jerseys aren't as cool as mine, but that's all right.
Yeah, no, I got the jerseys there. I'm currently sitting on a pillow on my bed, so I'm high enough so you can't see my headboard behind me, so it
Gotcha.
doesn't look like I'm sitting on my bed. But I didn't really have another choice because my room is tiny. So,
Fair enough.
um,
But going into sports, the biggest thing really has just kind of been the World Baseball Classic.
yeah, we left off going into the quarterfinals. I was pretty close with my prediction. I said
You were,
5-2. I said realistically 5-2 US, and it was 5-3.
yeah,
And another like
a game Canada should have at least tied.
yeah, like I feel like it's a close enough game to say another heartbreak for Canadian sports fans.
Close enough that, yeah, you could really qualify it as one. It wouldn't have been one
But
if they got killed.
exactly. I mean, you had the tying run on second base with nobody out and 2-3-4 coming up. You can't really ask for anything better.
Not at all.
And you get Naylor swinging at ball four to make it 3-2 and then popping out. Tyler O'Neill with one of the most uncompetitive at bats that I've seen
Yeah.
in a long time. And then Owen Casey put up a fight and just got beat.
Yeah, the opportunities were there. It's unfortunate because, yeah, their pitching, I mean, for the most part, did keep them in it. Really, I don't think 5 runs to the USA is bad.
No, and um, I want to look at it here. I got the game open on my phone. Only one of them is marked as unearned, but I'm sorry. Like Johnny was tweeting about Naylor at first, and the two balls that popped out was glove. The one where he's playing in, I'm not going to blame on him because it
Yeah,
was hit hard and he got a glove on it to keep it in the infield. Second one, he was playing back, still a rocket. Probably should have gotten out on it, gotten an
yeah,
out, but not the worst. And then there's Abraham Toro, who just two of the worst defense. Like, okay, well, not two, but like the barehanded play with Schwarber running, it was close. I feel like he didn't need to barehand it though.
no,
And then the next play, the throw just way over Naylor's head. Like that was
yeah,
one of the most unathletic diving plays I've ever seen. The guy belly flopped, laid down. He didn't dive. Okay. He just reached out his arms and fell over
yeah.
and got the ball and made a terrible throw.
Yeah, it's crazy to say, but it's almost tough to say that Canada didn't throw this game away. They kind of almost did.
Literally and figuratively.
You can't say, oh, they would have won in a tie game because that's tough to do, but like they
Your chances look a lot better than having to face Mason Miller down by two in the ninth.
that's definitely a way to put it. However, they did make the US have to work for it, so their road became a lot tougher.
They did.
I'm sure they weren't necessarily planning or hoping on using Nathan Miller,
I bet you they definitely weren't.
but
One guy I do want to give his flowers to is Bo Naylor, though. He
he had a good
had
tournament.
he had a great tournament and a big home run and a big game, lefty lefty, to keep the team in it.
That's
And
tough.
that ball was annihilated.
Yeah,
Um,
yeah.
like maybe they should have switched to the Naylor. Maybe they put the wrong Naylor brother hitting to second in that game.
Maybe Ernie Witt doesn't know their first names. Maybe that's what it
Maybe he needs to look at positions. Okay, I'm going to put the catching one batting second,
is.
and the one that plays first base, he
Yeah,
can actually go on the bench.
yeah.
And I mean, it's tough to harp on Josh because I actually enjoy watching him play, but he didn't have it in the
He just
tournament.
didn't
He
have it.
didn't have a good tournament.
You know what? A lot of guys were like that. Cal Raleigh, who had led the league in homers, did not have it.
No, he hasn't. I mean, Will Smith is starting in the championship game over him.
I that's the right move. I mean, we're 5 minutes away
But
from that first pitch. Hence why
now
I'm wearing
there's
all my
also,
Brave stuff. I'm wearing my Acuna jersey for
which, yeah,
Venezuela.
I love that.
Yeah,
But I do have to add to that before we get back into quarterfinal stuff. What are they doing not playing Gunnar Henderson? 6 for 14 with 2 home runs, and the guy doesn't start your championship game. Find
I
a way
don't
to
know.
get Harper out of the lineup. He has not been
He's
good at
been really.
all.
I think Harper's just kind of too good and proven to take him out.
Yes, but in a tournament, I mean, we know it. You ride the hot hand.
Yeah, you sort of do. Who's their other first baseman they have?
It's a great question you asked.
It's not. It like there's no way it's Pete Alonso.
I mean, Schwarber could.
Okay,
Um, Hold on, let me go to
and
the
then
roster here.
you could do Schwarber first and then Henderson DH if you really wanted.
Yeah, like Ernie could play first. He's
Yeah,
done it with the Jays.
I wouldn't
I don't
do
love
that in
it,
a
but
championship
he's
game.
done it. He's done it with the Jays. And then Goldschmidt's the other first baseman they have, which
I
you're not doing.
I'll keep Harper.
But Henderson could be in over Terang, I think.
Yeah, 100%.
Like I wouldn't hate that if I'm a US fan, but
No.
um
So
so yeah, I can't gave them a run, but
yeah. I guess moving on from that game, uh,
the
I
DR
guess
and Korea.
yeah, DR Korea, that was as expected, I would say.
Yeah, I mean we both predicted 8-0 and it was 10-0. So
Pretty close.
Hyunjin Ryu, an inning and two-thirds, three earned.
He
What do you expect from him? The guy's like what, 41?
and it's just you're going to get I still think is the best lineup in the tournament.
Without question. I
Yeah.
don't care if the US beat them. That's not because of the lack of skill in the lineup. Like that was
No.
simply just they got pitched well and their pitching just didn't hold up.
It's the funny thing is the one run they scored was off Skeens.
Yeah,
Speaking of
exactly.
which, that home run, how did Caminero hit that? High and away fastball and he pulled it.
No clue. Not a clue, man. Well,
Go
it was
get it.
similar to the Suarez home run in the Venezuela game. He pulled a down and out pitch out for a home run.
So weird, man.
Like crazy. We'll just kind of scan over. Italy beat Puerto Rico 8-6.
Yeah, that was an
Um,
entertaining game, actually.
yeah, Puerto Rico fought back. Italy's
Yep.
just been on a tear, and then Venezuela 8-5 over Japan.
That was a
I
bit
was worried
surprising.
there.
Electric game for Venezuela, but I think we
Yeah,
both called that game right.
we did both call it, but it was looking scary for a bit there with a
It was looking
5-2 lead
scary.
for Japan.
Venezuela just likes
Um,
pulling games out of their ass in the late innings, huh?
Apparently, 2 run home
This
run from Garcia, 3 run an electric 3 run home run from Wilyer Abreu.
so
That was sick.
yeah, yeah.
But
No,
yeah,
that
we
was
both
great.
predicted that. But the two games I want to take a bit more time on the two semifinals because those were both
Yep,
fantastic games. Starting with the US and the DR,
yep,
just
yeah.
one of the most unfortunate outcomes if you're a baseball fan, and B, an American League, you cheer for a team in the American League East. All 3 runs
All
were
three
scored
runs,
and from 3 different teams:
three
Caminero,
bombs.
Henderson, Roman Anthony.
But it makes you feel a bit better that it wasn't the Yankees player. Spin
Also
zone,
true.
spin zone.
You got to find a way to spin zone it.
But yeah,
Vlad,
no, that is kind
I
of
mean,
funny. I also
Vladdy had just an unreal tournament as
yeah,
well.
so good. I also just feel horrible with how that game ended, obviously,
Yeah.
because it would have been back to Tatis
Yep.
with I believe
I think it would have been
um
two
first
on.
first and third
Yeah, and the
chance to
game
tie
can't
it.
end on a call like that, man.
No,
Like it just can't. And that's where ABS, if you use it right,
yeah,
say like, people can argue that they don't like it, but you also, I think you like it even less when that's the final out of the game and it's your team at the plate,
the funnier
right?
thing
Like,
is too is how it's being used in the MLB, but not in this, just because all the diamonds don't have it. Not
I
all the
know,
diamonds have it.
and
It's
and
funny.
like they're using pitch clock, but like if you're using pitch clock, you might as well find a way to get ABS working in these stadiums too. You knew it was coming to the MLB this year. You could have made it
Yeah.
work.
I mean, I get it's more complicated to set up all the technology and stuff for that, but let's not act like it's outside of anyone's budget here.
That's what I'm saying. Like
But maybe
they
it'll
could have
come
made it
around next
work.
time. Do we know if
Yeah, I
it's in the
hope so.
Olympics?
Don't know.
Okay. We
Not
probably
sure.
they probably haven't decided on that yet. I'm sure it will be.
Yeah, I'm sure it will be probably by that point.
But back to the bottom
Also,
of that ninth there. Oh, yeah, yeah.
sorry, I wanted to say one thing before we went to the bottom of the ninth. I
Go.
texted our group chat this. I do not remember Luis Severino's sweeper being as nasty as it was.
He looked
That thing
unreal.
was like insane.
He
Like
looked really
if
good,
he
man.
if he was playing anywhere other than Sacramento, I think he would genuinely be in like some Cy Young like talks. Like obviously he's got
Yeah,
some big dogs in the American League, but I think he
dude,
would could be top five. Like he
he
was
looked
nasty.
he was very nasty. Yeah, no, it definitely impressed me. But yeah, what I
Yeah,
was gonna say in the bottom of the ninth there is that when O'Neal Cruz came up to pinch hit, I actually thought he was gonna go yard. Not because I wanted him to, I
I
just
did
thought it
too.
was gonna happen.
And he took a hack at that one pitch, that
Yeah, he did.
fastball up.
Yeah.
And they had to pinch hit him. It was Austin Wells coming to the plate. And I understand
Yeah.
he's hit a
No, that
couple
was a
home
great
runs in the
move.
tournament, but you can't let Austin Wells hit.
No, that was the right move. I also think like just I don't know, something to what the way those Latin players can turn around like 102 Chad like that, it's just kind of different. So,
It's crazy.
and when you have a dude who I think does O'Neal Cruz average the highest exit velo in baseball?
Don't know if he averages it, but he does have one of the highest recorded exit velos in
But
baseball.
he
I'm sure
but
his
he's up
average is
there.
right up there.
And when you do that,
I'm
you
sure it
don't
is.
when you I know he has some of the highest, but when you do that, it doesn't take much elevation for that ball to go.
Yeah, so his bat speed is 100th percentile. Yeah, average exit velo is 95.8, which is 100th percentile. So
Okay.
he is in the top 1% of average exit velo,
Yeah. Okay.
um,
So that
which doesn't
you
surprise
that
me.
so that's just you can't say that's a bad move to pinch hit him then.
Not at all. And he's got the bat speed, which bat speed and exit velo against a guy throwing 101, 102, it's your best combatant for that.
Yep.
Like the only other thing you could ask for is maybe a guy like Luis Ariz, who has one of the most insane contact rates we've
Contact.
seen in a long time. But
Yeah.
then again, he's also got such a slow swing. So it's like you kind of got to pick your poison with that.
I would take
Um,
I would take Arias in that situation to be honest, just because all they needed was a single.
yeah,
But either way, if he connected on that one he swung right through, that would have been 150 exit velo.
150 out of the park. Like,
Yeah.
yeah, no, that ball would have been absolutely
And
destroyed.
his bat would have followed the ball out of the park too, I'm sure.
Oh, I do not doubt that for
Yeah.
1 second. That would have been because DR was home, right? Yeah, they
Yeah,
were. So
DR.
that
That
like
would have been a walk off
that would have been an
because DR won their
unbelievable
pool.
walk-off.
Yeah,
Yeah,
DR got
that
home field
walk-off would have
pool.
been sick.
Yeah, it would have been sweet. But to go into tonight real quick, right as it's about to start, US Venezuela for the final. Or oh, we skipped over the Venezuela semi.
We'll go back to that, but let's quickly give a score prediction for this game. I know they're doing ceremonies, but let's just give a score prediction before anything gets started.
Okay.
Um,
I think I'm gonna say 7-4 US.
who's starting for Venezuela? Oh
Eduardo
dear.
Rodriguez
Oh no.
versus Nolan
Um,
McLean.
I'm gonna say 6-4 for the US. I want to say Venezuela, but with Eduardo Rodriguez pitching, I have no faith.
Yeah, I want Venezuela to win, but I can't see that happening.
No. But yeah, we'll go
But
back into the Venezuela, Italy.
yeah, so
Um,
like I said, Venezuela just likes pulling wins out of their asses late game.
apparently.
Yeah, because that was
Um,
also sick to watch. Acuna, one of my favorite players, without like not on the Jays. Um,
mhm.
he gets he gets that second run in to take the or to tie it,
And
and
then
then he
Michael
scored the
Garcia.
go ahead run.
Yeah,
No, no,
he
no, he
scored
scored
the
the fourth.
fourth.
fourth. Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, no,
But still,
Jackson Churio scored the go ahead.
yeah.
Um,
But
but
Andres Jimenez
like
with the game tying run.
yeah,
That's our guy right there.
um, yeah, this team is just as fun to watch as the Dominicans, not in the sense of,
They're a
you
bit
know,
more
the
sneaky.
yeah, like not in the sense of the skill per se, because they
Yep.
they are like their top dogs are dogs, but as you
Yep.
kind of go through the lineup, you're like, oh, Luis Arraez batting third, because people kind of underestimate Luis Arraez, like he is still
Yeah.
really good, at least with the bat. And because they don't have the all the stars that the Dominicans have, they naturally feel more sneaky, and they are. And
Yeah.
they just found a way to, like you said, pull games out of their ass. They come back,
Yep.
it's electric, and the crowds for them are just as good as they are for the Dominican.
Yep.
Their pitching, I think, is arguably better, if I remember correctly from the last time we spoke.
I
Yeah,
don't
like
know for sure.
their bullpen is pretty solid. I wouldn't quite say better than the Dominicans, but I
Okay.
mean, Daniel
Fairly
Palencia,
even.
yeah, like Daniel Palencia going into the season, he might
Yep.
come out as one of the best closing pitchers in baseball after this year. The guy is has
Yeah.
electric
He's
stuff.
good. But yeah, I think Italy also showed a bit of their lack of bullpen because they used a combo of Nola and Lorenzen to get them six and two thirds. And that
Yeah,
I mean, I guess Lorenzen was technically charged with the three,
yeah, he was.
but yeah, I don't know. They didn't have a dude to bring in to get them out of that jam either.
No, I mean
They
Kyle
don't
Nicholas
have,
actually is okay. Like he pumps like 98,
yeah, it's
but
just not
he's
someone like
struggled
lights out to bring in.
exactly. And then like yeah, exactly. They don't have that lights out shutout arm. They have it
Yeah,
MLB experience, but that MLB experience isn't everything.
yeah, because
And
in the
don't get me
playoffs,
wrong, Nicholas and
oh yeah, I was gonna say like in MLB playoffs there in that situation, that's where you bring in your closer, right?
yeah, exactly. And Nicholas and Marinaccio did their job. Two and a third innings, they didn't allow a base runner, from what I'm seeing here. Three strikeouts, but I'm assuming, because I didn't see the comeback inning, um, but I'm assuming that Nicholas was pitching when a couple of the runs scored and they got charged to Lorenzen. Um,
Yeah, yeah,
so, well, he didn't give up a hit, so maybe not. But regardless, I mean, again, the Italy offense wasn't like they only had 5 hits, but they just find a way to manufacture runs. And
yeah,
like they had their lead, they had their chance. And like we
yeah,
said, Venezuela just stormed back. They put together good at bats. They're
yeah,
quick. They put bat to ball as good as any lineup in this tournament.
yeah.
And
I
sometimes
think
that's all you need. You don't need that big power bat all the time.
yeah, no, I think Italy did sort of go on one of those like almost can't call it Cinderella, but almost like one of those like March Madness runs a little bit.
A little bit. Like I think they were actually good. As the tournament went on, I think they went from wow, these guys are sneaky to they're just good. I think
Yeah,
it was simply just the depth that they lacked. Like the guys in the lineup, it was kind of like the Jays last year. A different guy stepped up every game.
yeah,
Um, like Vinny Pasquantino, I think had 4 hits the whole tournament, and 3 of them came in the same game and were home runs.
yeah, exactly.
Right? So one game like that carries you through a big game. I believe that was against the US, wasn't it? I think it was.
I think so.
Right? So that carries you through a crucial game like that. Um,
Yeah, no, it really
no,
does.
it wasn't against the US.
Was it
Oh,
Italy or
Mexico.
Mexico? I meant. Sorry.
Yeah, it
Yeah,
was Mexico, but still, right? Like your whole lineup comes together for the one game you needed against the US. Then you go into another tough game against a Mexican team, beat them 9-1, and you get your arguably their star to come through, have his biggest game of the tournament and a game you really wanted to win, puts you in a good spot. You hold on to your quarterfinal, which I was at our slow pitch tournament with Will for that, and they had it on the screen, and we were joking around because you sent the text, "Is Italy finally legit?" or something like that, and it was 8-2, and Will and I both looked at each other at the same time, go. are they legit? And then and then we see it's 8-6. I'm like, well, they might not be legit, dude.
I was this close to texting, being like, "Yeah, dude, they're really killing them, man." But then they ended up
Yeah, they
doing
ended
that.
up holding on.
So I'm
But
like, "All right, well, that was a good thing for me to not say that."
yeah. But I mean, a great tournament for Italy.
Yeah,
I think the best tournament they've ever had as a country.
I would.
Um, yeah,
I'll,
I'd pretty comfortably say that.
I'll agree with you, but I'm not quoting back on that.
And it sets up the Venezuela US final, which it hasn't started yet, so we might as well go into that a little bit. I know we did a score prediction, but
Yeah, I mean, both teams are definitely. I mean, I know the States, they're definitely low on arms a little bit right now.
yeah, I mean, Nolan McLean's starting, which can be a good thing or a bad thing. I mean, the guy's got nasty stuff, but he's also like 24 years old, maybe. Yeah, he's an
Um,
'01. He's
yep,
24 years old. So a young guy to be starting a big game, but I mean, if he's as good as everyone's expecting him to be, that's not going to matter.
exactly. So
Um,
yeah, I don't know.
so
It,
I,
it
I
it could go good. It could go bad. They do have a bunch of guys that they can use if they need to. So I don't think the States will be that bad off on arms if it really comes to it.
yeah, I was listening on, I think it was Johnny from Game 14. He was like, um, asking Avery if he thinks Mason Miller would pitch like the quarter semis and
Yep.
finals. And like, he can't see it happening with Sacramento, like wanting that to happen.
Yeah.
I think if they're in the league going into the ninth, Mason Miller is going into this game for a
Yeah.
third straight game. I don't think there's a question about it. The guy seems to have a rubber arm anyways.
Yeah. Yeah. No, I think he'll pitch. I think it would be crazy if he didn't.
Yeah.
And I don't know what the rules are on it, but I think if he wasn't going to pitch, they would have brought someone else in.
Yeah, like exactly. And like the US does have like if they really can't afford to pitch Mason Miller tonight, they added someone to the roster the other day who could come in and close the game. I'm just saying.
Potentially the same way he did
Like
in
his,
Game 7.
his name might be Jeff Hoffman. Um,
Sorry, that was an unnecessary turn.
but I
Don't.
mean,
What
Griffin Jacks
nationality is Miguel
has,
Rojas?
um, but like Hoffman could close it. Griffin Jacks
Yeah.
is pretty good. He could close it. Will Vest, Whitlock, like they have guys that could pitch it if Mason Miller really can't.
Yeah.
Um, I understand after we kind of mentioned earlier Harper being at first. The one thing I still will not understand is him hitting second and Roman Anthony hitting sixth with how they played in this tournament. Just flip-flop those two,
Yeah.
maybe. Um,
Yeah.
Byron Buxton, I don't think has played a ton of the tournament, and he's starting the championship.
Oh my goodness, Miguel
So
Rojas is Venezuelan.
is he on the team?
I don't know. I just looked him up.
I feel like you need a big time player in a big time game like this, and Miguel Rojas. No, he's not on the team.
No, he's a catcher, right?
They t No, he's an infielder. They really took Javier Sanoja over him. Wow.
They could have had a dude who can show up when it matters.
Dodgers had him.
That would actually probably make me puke if I saw that matchup tonight.
Oh my God.
Yeah.
No, no, you know what would make me puke even more is if I saw Hoffman and on the mound, Rojas in the box, but this time Hoffman gets him out.
Oh,
That
yeah,
would
that would
make me
actually be
puke.
worse. That would be
That would
worse.
be horrend. Like I would be sitting there cheering for Rojas to homer again, so I at least don't feel like it was just,
A fluke.
a blip in reality. Like,
Yeah. Oh, like a fluke at the wrong time or something.
yeah, which
Yeah.
no one's convincing me that it was anything other than that because that's all it was. It was a fluke from a terrible baseball. I'm just kidding. He's not terrible, but he's old and not good anymore.
Yeah.
Um,
I
do you have
was just
anything
told,
else on the world baseball? Oh,
no, I was just told that the super tall guy on the Yankees looks a little intense and unproportionate.
is that about Judge?
Yeah.
You see
Um,
what he was wearing walking into the
the
stadium?
Matthews.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah. That
But
that was sick
yeah,
how they were all wearing those.
Yeah, it is kind of sick.
Um,
But yeah, no, I don't have anything else on that game,
yeah,
really.
I don't really either. I do have some points on the Leafs, and the first one is, I mean, we haven't had a pod since the hit on Matthews.
No,
Um,
yeah,
how on God's luscious green earth did Radko Gudas only get 5 games for that? He was so far out of position, kneecap to Matthews' knee, hyperextends his knee, done for the year. And he had 4 suspensions prior to this. He
yep,
injured Crosby at the Olympics. How is it
yeah.
only 5 games?
So, okay, so my question for you is who on the Leafs team, roster, front office, any within the organization paid him to do that to help the tank?
This is Michael Pezzetta. You know what? Maybe it was Berube because Berube's hearing everyone talk about how
That's
he's
kind of what I
utilizing
was
him
thinking.
improperly. So Berube did it so he doesn't have to use him at all.
It's a good point.
And
I like
he
that.
thinks it's going to save his job. Joke's on you, Craig. No, it's not. You're still going to be gone in the offseason.
I
So you
like
know
that.
what? Finish off what you want to do in the next month and a half because that's all you got, bud.
Yeah. But no, on a serious note, how is what is it, Gudas?
Kudos. Yeah.
How is he not essentially assaulted on the ice after that?
That's my other biggest problem.
Yeah.
Like Riley cross-checked the guy in the face for taking a slap shot into an empty net. But oh, it's okay. You can hurt my captain. No biggie, no
Yeah.
problem. Just I'll let
Yeah.
you lay there on the ice, have a nice stroll to the box, bud. Like and Cowan, like, yeah, he's like 20 years old, but the guy played on the London Knights. The guy knows how to play rough and tough hockey. He was on the ice. He didn't do anything. Brandon Carlo didn't do anything. William Nylander, I don't care if the guy doesn't hit in the corners, but drop your gloves for once in your life. Your captain is down on the ice, not moving. The least you
Yeah.
can do is at least you don't even have to drop your gloves. Go and cheap shot the hell out of the guy, right?
Yeah.
Just punch him with your gloves or something. Who cares? Like, I
Yeah.
don't care. Like the guy just like Matthews never stays down. When he's down
No.
for that long and he can't put pressure on his leg, you know something's up. Like, how are the refs the first ones getting direct Kogutis?
Yeah.
Like, they didn't have to push anyone off
Do you think
either.
that
No one
shows
even
something
came
sort of,
close.
do you think it shows something sort of off in the room too?
Um, well, I did see a tweet about that as well. Like people saying, "I wonder what this says about Matthews," and I think they're spin zoning it like in an unnecessary way. I don't think it's anything against
I don't
Matthews.
think it's,
I think
yeah,
it's more the team in general.
I'm
I
not
think
saying
has
it's
come to
anything against
terms.
Matthews. I think it's just
Yeah,
the
I
lack
think in
of
the room
chemistry even.
that and a lack of competitiveness. Like I think they've come to terms in the room that whether they're tanking or not, they're not making the playoffs. And you
Yeah.
can kind of see that with the way they play. They aren't playing with a ton of passion. It looks like they're just out there going through the motions. And so I think when that happened, they're probably like, oh well, like we weren't going anywhere anyways. Like I think at the least we're a competitive team battling for a divisional spot or in a playoff spot or right on the cusp for the playoffs. Yes, I think there's probably a reaction, but I think that lack of reaction is a result of how the season's been going
Yeah.
and how everyone's feeling about it. I think honestly, I
Yep.
don't know. And if it's not that, then there's no hope for this team in general because they have one of the most rough and tough play style coaches and they didn't touch the guy. So what would they do if they had to Sheldon Keefe go and cradle him? Like,
Yeah. Yeah.
like,
Literally. No,
oh, good, is you okay?
that's a good point.
Like, so
Revo went to
I
let that
almost
slide.
no, so I almost hope that it is just a result of them, frustrated with not being good and knowing they're not going to make the playoffs, and it was more a result of just not having that competitiveness like they usually do.
Yeah, I would hope so. I would like because yeah, if something's that off that you're not willing to do something about it, then you got some big problems going on.
Yeah. And then the other thing was They finally called up Bo Grew, who he was previously with Anaheim, got some NHL time, never scored. It was like third in the American Hockey League in scoring when the Leafs called him up. He's been having a
Okay.
really good year. They didn't sign him to a two-way deal, which a two-way deal, if you're in the NHL, you get paid like 850K. When you're in the AHL, you get paid like 90K.
Yep.
So it's better for like salary cap and stuff. But he's
Yep.
on an NHL deal, which means whether he's in the NHL or the AHL, he's
He's
making,
getting paid the same.
1.1 million or whatever.
Yep.
Exactly. So they obviously gave him that contract expecting he would contribute to the NHL team. Finally, they're giving him a chance, and he's come in. He's played, I believe, 4 games, and in those
Ronald
four
Acuna
games,
leadoff single. My
bang.
guy.
And in those 4 games, Ben or Bo Grew has 3 goals. Simone Benoit in 60 games has 4 assists, 0 goals. Brandon Carlo in 45 games has 0 goals. Jake McCabe in 66 games has 3 goals. Grew has the same amount. He's come in, and yes, I get those are defensemen, but still, just making a point that, he's coming in and
Yep.
contributing, and the Leafs have a lack of contribution from the defensive core, which you need points from and goals from your defensemen to be good. Um, but it's actually kind of pissing me off because we're trying to tank, and he's making that really hard when he's playing well. Um,
Yeah.
but I mean, there's a few select players that I'm okay with doing well. Like I don't want to watch this team watch everyone be bad. Like Michelli has been
Exactly.
playing well. Good.
Yep.
Like get him some confidence. Maybe they'll bring him back and maybe he's even better next year. Grew. Maybe he proves himself enough down the stretch here that he's a full-time player next year and is contributing at a similar level.
Good
Obviously
point.
not 3 goals in 4 games, but if he can put up 20 goals, I mean that's a
Yeah.
pretty cheap 20 goal scorer. That's what you need to be good.
Yeah.
And maybe that helps drive the play of guys like Robertson and Cowan and Michelli as well to keep driving him. I mean, that's what the best teams get is they get production from random guys like Morgan Geekie for Boston came out of nowhere and now he's one of the best goal scorers in the league this year. Not saying that's going to be Bo Grew, but
Yeah.
these
Exactly.
guys come out of nowhere all the time. But yeah, back to my point, that's pissing me off because it's making it real hard for them to tank. As much as it's nice to see someone new contribute, um, everyone else needs to stop scoring. No more Nylander, no more Tavares, which I was looking at it the other day. You know how plus minus works, right?
Yep.
Guess what John Tavares plus minus is?
Ooh, I'm not good with what they should be. I don't know. I'm gonna say like -20.
Minus 26.
Not bad. Not bad.
That's atrocious.
No, I meant my guess.
Um, no, yeah, your guess was good.
Yeah.
Um,
Yeah. Yeah.
the best plus minus on the team is Jake McCabe at plus 10. The next closest for a guy that gets a lot of hate from the fan base is actually Brandon Carlo at plus 8.
Okay.
Which being a plus on a bad team is never a bad thing. I know a lot of people don't value plus minus.
Yep.
Um, I do within the right kind of boundaries, if you will. Like if a guy's like Tavares is a minus 26 on a bad team. Yeah, I know I just mentioned it. I'm not looking at that like, oh, Tavares is terrible,
Yeah.
right? But Nylander, he's a -5 on a struggling team. I look at that, I'm like, he's not a very defensively sound guy, and he's only a -5 on a bad team. That's actually pretty good,
Yeah. No, that's true.
right? Like people have to use it within the right context for it to be a
Yep.
useful stat. Um, right? Like if there's someone in Colorado who's a -10, that guy's got to be terrible. There's no way you can be on Colorado and be a
Exactly.
-10.
Just to
So you got to
cut
use it
you
within
off
the
real
right
quick.
circumstances.
We're at 4 minutes, 30 seconds left.
Yeah, we are.
Oh, you can see that?
Oh yeah, cutting it close on time.
Yeah.
Um, did you want to pause the recording, end this one, and then start up a new one just so we don't have to rush the ending of it?
Doesn't matter. I don't really have a whole lot else to be honest. Like, there's not much
I,
else
I
that's
I mean,
happened.
I don't either. This is going to be a shorter one, but we
Let's see
have
what
some
we
longer
get.
ones coming up because you know what starts next weekend?
Regular season baseball.
Regular season baseball.
Yeah, it does.
Man, I am so excited.
I
I
can
just
relate
got
to
MLB The Show 26,
that.
played the home opener, beat the Athletics 12 to 10.
There you go.
I'm getting pumped for regular season baseball.
It's gonna be
It's
great.
officially the dog days of spring training. I'm ready for it to be done.
Also, March
And
Madness starts soon, and I that's the only basketball I ever follow. So
it
I
does.
do
I
like
gotta
March
make a
Madness.
bracket. And
Yeah, I
then
made my
what
bracket.
yeah, I gotta make mine. One last point I do want to make before we wrap it up.
Yeah,
I
yeah,
am so excited to see Vladdy's regular season because he performed in big time games before the
yep.
meaningless ones even started. So slow start, no excuse.
No,
He's already gotten off to his start.
yeah, he's going now.
So he doesn't have to get out to a hot start. He just better not get out to a cold start.
Yeah, just not a super slow start.
Yeah. Like don't
Or
take 20 games to take your first home run this year.
no, maybe
Like
this
I would
year,
not appreciate that.
maybe this year we throw money on it until it hits.
Double it each game. Start at a dollar, doubles to two, two to four, four to eight,
Yeah, that could be a good
eight to
idea.
16. Also could be a really bad
Could
idea.
be really bad depending on how long it takes. But
Brother,
it
if he
also,
gets to like 20 games without a home run, we're putting like 5 grand on Vladdy
but if he
anytime home
also does
run.
it within the, if he does it within the first 3 games, we also get no money back.
That's also true. Maybe we'll
So
start at 20 bucks.
20, 40, 80, 160. We're at 160 after the first series. Keep in mind the payout on that would be great.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
But I
Um,
know we're working now and stuff and doing all these big fancy things, but I don't know if that's quite in our bank accounts.
no, it's definitely not. Um, we're gonna keep doing our best to pump out these episodes. I
Yeah,
mean, my work's done at 5.
I'm
Judah's
done
done
at
around 5,
5:30.
5:30. So like we'll be getting them in. There might be a little bit more Zoom, a
It'll
little more
it'll be tough
often.
in it'll be tough in the summer with baseball too a little bit, but that's all
Yeah,
right.
with baseball in the summer, we'll have to be flexible. I might have to drop them on different days. Um,
Or just
and with my
if it have
mom working in the with my mom
if,
working in the basement, it makes it tough to film in person sometimes. So we'll probably, like I said, have a bit
yeah,
more Zoom stuff, but it
if it has
is
to
what
be
it
one a
is.
week sometimes too, it is what it is. But
Yeah, and we'll just instead of 2 a week, there'll probably be some weeks where it's just one episode of maybe an hour and a half or something like that,
yeah,
depending. But we'll try and stay active on the socials. We've been a little quiet on those lately, but we'll try and stay active on
yeah,
them and keep you guys up to date if that stuff's going to happen.
yep,
Because it probably will with our baseball and work schedules. But we're under a minute in our time here on the Zoom, so we should definitely wrap it up.
yeah. We got about 45 seconds, I'd say.
Yeah, but
So that's all for
yeah,
me.
that's all I got. So
Should be back in person for Friday.
yeah, should be back in person for Friday. Um, if not, you'll see us back on Zoom.
Yeah,
But regardless, tune in Friday for a nice little recap of the U.S. and the Venezuela game.
yeah.